You know, I hear a lot of chatter about how NFTs don't provide anything and NFTs are ruining gaming and they're ruining this. And the people that are against NFTs right now are people that clearly do not understand the value of what this is bringing to everybody. If you own like, for instance, the argument you hear all the time is that, well, it's just a picture. It's just a JPEG. I can screenshot it and save it to my phone and then I'll own it too. And this is like this equivalency of saying that if I go into the museum that has the actual Mona Lisa and I take a picture of it on my phone, I now own it too. I can just print out that paper, put a frame around it, throw it up on my wall, and now I own the Mona Lisa. It's the exact same equivalent. You can hang up a fake picture of the Mona Lisa. You can hang up a copy of it, but nobody in the world is going to be like, oh man, you own the Mona Lisa? No, they're going to know you own the copy. So that's fine. You can do that. You can screenshot pictures of the Bored Ape Yacht Club characters or whatever, the JPEGs. You can take screenshots of any NFT you want, and then you can frame it and put it up on your wall. You'll have a picture of the real one. You're not going to have the real one. And so this is the thing, is if you don't care about having the real one, then who cares? It doesn't matter. But the reality is when you own the real one, it allows you the opportunity to sell it and make money. Because these things a lot of times go up in value. Not constant. It's not just a constant up and to the right. It does fluctuate in price depending on demand, depending on what the market looks like, how many people are actually trying to buy this, how many people want it. But this idea, like think about this in video games. If you play a game like Fortnite, Destiny, Call of Duty, pick a game. It's when you are going to their marketplace and you're spending real cash, real money on a skin for a gun or an outfit or a new character, you can use them in the game, but what if the game becomes irrelevant? Like, there's so many. I don't play Destiny 1 anymore. I love Destiny 1 and I love Destiny 2. I don't play them anymore that much. Mainly because I just don't have time, but there's just a lot of times with gamers, we'll move on to new games. And the thing is, if you're playing a game like Fortnite and you spent $100 on skins, you don't actually own those. You can't take those skins with you anywhere. You can't take the art of that gun or that character or whatever. You can't take the art anywhere else with you. You don't own it. It's not in your wallet. It's only when you turn on the game. And if you turn off the game, you don't have it. And if all of a sudden the Fortnite servers go down, they just stop having it available to play online, you don't even get to play the game. You can't even use the skins that you paid for. Whereas with an NFT, you have now digital ownership where it is yours. It's not in the game. You use it in the game, but let's just say Epic Games, which is who makes Fortnite. Let's just say Epic decides that they're going to make 3 or 4 new games, different games. Maybe they'll make Fortnite 2 and then they're going to make 3 other games. If you own an NFT that Epic was involved in making, there's a chance going forward, because this is where this is all headed down the road. Video game companies are going to create cross-game uses for these NFTs. Like, so if Epic Games makes a Fortnite skin of a character, let's say they put Spider-Man. I remember when they did a Spider-Man thing. Let's say they make a Spider-Man character that you can buy and own. In Fortnite, the original Fortnite game decides, all right, their servers are done. We're moving over to Fortnite 2. We're not going to even have Fortnite 1 anymore. Well, if you had the NFT of the suit of the Spider-Man, even if Fortnite 1 shuts down, you still own it. The NFT version, you still own that. Whereas if you just buy a skin in Fortnite 1 and now they make a Fortnite 2, there's a good chance you don't have it. And even if Epic goes out of business as a whole, you still own the art. So even if you can't use the gun or the character or whatever in any other game, you still own it as art. So even if the game shuts down, whereas right now, if you're playing Fortnite and the game shuts down, you got nothing. You paid all that money for the skins. You have nothing now. The game doesn't exist. You don't own anything. You have nothing. You've paid for it, but you don't own it. NFTs allow you to, even if the games go out of existence, you still own the picture as art and it can still be traced to you. It still has like a DNA code, basically, a code that tracks it, tells you the ownership, tells you everything about it, tells you who bought it, how much, all that stuff. And then if you want to sell that later as art only, if somebody's willing to buy it, they will. And they give you money for it. So this idea that NFTs are bad for gaming and no, they're not. The thing that was bad for gaming is when they decided to do this free-to-play model where if you have to pay for everything, but then when the game stops working or becomes irrelevant, You don't own it anymore. You paid all that money and it's irrelevant. I paid a bunch of money for to buy skins in Destiny 1. I don't play Destiny 1 anymore, so all that money was just paid experiences that went away. Whereas if I owned the actual guns, then when Destiny 2 came out, maybe I would have been able to take those NFT guns from Destiny 1 and then move them over to Destiny 2. Because that's where all of this is headed. It's a chain, and they're starting to do things where there's cross-chain. So it's like if you own something on Ethereum, eventually down the road, you'll be able to have a cross-chain dynamic where you can take that weapon or that skin or whatever it is, and you can move it from Ethereum to a Cardano chain, to an AVAX chain, which is Avalanche. You could take it to Terra Luna. You could take, like any of these other chains, if they make it cross-chain compatible, you'll be able to use them there too. So the possibilities of where this is going long term are endless. And this idea, like if you believe that, that's fine. If you don't like NFTs, you don't want to buy it, you don't have to. But this idea that this is ruining gaming and it's ruining, no, it's not. It's giving creators ownership, and you build in these smart contracts where if I make art, and that's all it is just art, I have no utility whatsoever. All right, there's probably not going to be as high of a demand as if I have a bunch of utility with this art. But let's just say I make 10,000 pieces of the generative art and, the generative characters and everything, and people are buying them, regardless what the price is, $100. If you're a creator and you make these things and people buy them, you can build into the contract a % royalty that you will receive as a creator every time it's sold. Imagine, and like it looks like this. I make 10,000 generative NFTs. You buy one for 100, this guy buys one for 100, this girl buys one for 100, whatever. It's all done. Well, if I put into the contract that I will get 7%, or not, that might be even too high of a number. You could use that, but I mean, probably not going to be as successful. Let's say 2%, right? Every time this NFT is sold, secondary market, the secondary sales, meaning I'm not selling it to you, I sell it to you, and then you sell it to somebody else. And then that person sells it to somebody else, and then somebody else, and then somebody else, and somebody else. Every time it gets sold, I, the creator, will get 2% of all the sales. So if I sell it to you for 100, I get the 100, obviously, because you bought it from me. But then you sell it for 200. Well, now I get 2% of that. So you only get $196. So then you sell it for $1,000. Then that person sells it for $1,000. I then get 2% of that. Then somebody else sells it for $5,000. Now there's demand. People are talking about it. It goes up in price. Even if it doesn't go up in price, every single time it's sold, I get 2% as a creator. If you create an NFT line that people are buying and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling, like trading cards or like comics or any other collectible, Beanie Babies, I remember from 30 years ago. If you create something as an artist and then you sell it and then somebody else sells it, you will get royalties of that. Whereas think about this, when when Da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa, I don't remember I'm pretty sure it sold at least once in his lifetime, maybe not. I can't remember now off the top of my head, but let's just say it sold 5 different times in his lifetime. He got paid for only one of them at best. If it's sold in his lifetime, he sold it himself, he gets paid for it once. Let's say it sold for $100 in that day. I don't remember, so you fact check me all you want. But let's just say he sold it for $100 in his day, which would have been a ton of money back then. He gets the $100, but then somebody else sells it later for $1,000. Well, he got nothing. He got none of that money. So with NFTs, you can build in a royalty where the creator will get paid every single time contractually. You can't even stop it. It's built into the DNA of the NFT. So if you create something and you sell it and it sells and it sells and it sells and it sells like trading cards, imagine if I used to buy and flip trading. I still have a bunch of trading cards. I just don't sell them all the time. It's kind of a cyclical thing. But when I bought a trading card from the manufacturer and I open up the pack, I paid for the pack, I paid for the box of cards, I paid for the card itself or whatever. But then if I want to get it graded and it's a grade 10 and it's very valuable and then I sell it, the card manufacturer gets none of that. Whereas now with NFTs, you build that right into the contract of it, that every single time it sells, the original creator, whether it was Panini or Topps or whoever, they will get a % every single time it sells. If I'm selling a card and then I sell it to you and then you sell it to somebody else and they sell it to me and somebody, we keep selling these cards back and forth and it keeps going up in value because the player becomes very good or whatever, Hall of Fame, and it makes the price go up. Well, every time it sells for more and more money, the creator would get 2% or 3% or 10% or whatever they build in. It is a game changer. It is so powerful what's happening with NFTs. I just don't want people to have the wrong idea that, oh, this is a cash grab, this is a money grab. First and foremost, the video game companies are putting out the NFTs and they're selling them. But they're doing that right now with Fortnite skins and Call of Duty skins and all these other like in-game items that you can pay the company for. The problem is you don't really own it. You don't take it anywhere. So if you buy it, you can only use it in the game. And if the server goes down or you move on to a new game, it's useless anymore. Whereas if you have the NFT, even if you don't play the game anymore, you still have it in your wallet as art. You can still have other games or other platforms where you have like picture frames on the wall. Let's say you buy a house in the metaverse and you have picture frames on your wall. Well, now you have this JPEG that's just art. It used to be a skin in a game. But since you don't play the game anymore, you still own the NFT. Now you can just display it on your wall as art in your home. Or you can, or if it's if there's multiple games, like if Epic Games made a bunch of different types of games, even if you don't play Fortnite anymore, maybe you can move this into a new game, a new skin, a new gun, a new shirt, a new hat, new outfit, whatever. So the possibilities are endless, and these people have the wrong idea of what NFTs actually are and what they're capable of. It's not just some cash grab. Yes, it is a cash grab, but so is a Fortnite skin that they sold over, I want to say it was over $100 million worth of sales in skins, and you can't even take them anywhere. You literally $100 million worth of skins got paid to Epic, and Epic owns them still. So imagine if they still made $100 million, but only you owned it. That is the power of the NFT. So don't get it twisted. I don't want you to have the wrong idea. Are NFTs a cash grab? Sure. So is everything. Who cares? Everything's a cash grab when you boil it down. But if you have the chance to do the exact same cash grab, only now you own it and you have the potential to sell it to somebody else who may want it more than you, don't laugh at this. It's coming. And the longer you hold out, the longer you're against NFTs, the longer you think all the negative things about NFTs, the longer you listen to people in the media, the farther behind you're going to get. So right now it's early. It's like the days of the gold rush where people were out there buying picks and shovels and axes and pickaxes, shovels. They're out there going and searching for gold. Get in early while there's still gold to be got. Okay? But that's all the time I got, guys. I love you, and I hope that this was valuable. I hope that this helped clarify the power of NFTs. And there's so much more that I didn't even touch on. But if you're against video gaming NFTs, don't be. It's going to be a game changer. It is coming. Video game companies are not going away on this. They know that they can make potentially a lot of money. However, it also gives you the potential to do the same. So don't laugh at it. Don't scoff at it. Don't put your nose up to it. Get in, learn about it. I'm not telling you to rush out and buy NFTs. What I'm saying is learn about this, understand what's coming, and see how you can help, how you can capitalize on this, how this can help you going forward, because it's coming whether you like it or not. NFT gaming is definitely here. It's starting now. It's super early. We're in the first, if you know baseball, we're in the first inning. Okay, we got a long game to go. So understand it. Don't be afraid of it. The media will talk bad about it. There's people high up that want to own everything. They don't want you owning anything. So what they're going to do is they're going to keep telling you Bitcoin's bad. They're going to tell you crypto's bad. They're going to tell you NFTs are bad. Why? Because it keeps the prices down. It keeps you from owning it. And as long as it's available for them and you don't own it, they can buy up everything. Prices will go up because demand will be low. And then when you do finally want it, now it's way out of the price range that you could have had it at. So all I'm saying is, if you don't want to be involved in NFTs, don't. But to try to act like this is a bad thing or that it's going away or that it's just a fad, you just don't understand at that point. It's not a fad. It's not going away. If you look at games like the Sandbox, they are building bigger and bigger and bigger. They're getting brand after brand after brand to not co-author, what's the word? They're teaming up. I know I'm blanking on the term right now. You guys are going to be like, what an idiot. But the point is, there's all partnerships. There's all these partnerships coming in. There's all these huge brands buying up land in these spaces. It's on its way. So I'm just trying to educate so people can, instead of hating it like the media wants you to, so it keeps you from buying it. I'm trying to get you to, if you want to be in on this to potentially change your life, if you play a game long enough and you get all these rare NFTs and then you put them up on a marketplace and sell them because you don't even want them, and then you receive cash like hundreds or thousands of dollars as a whole, why would you not want to do this? When in reality, you're still going to buy those skins from Fortnite. You're still going to buy those gun skins in Call of Duty, but you can't sell them. You're just spending your money, and when you're done playing the game, it's over. Instead, do the exact same thing you're doing now, but only own it. Then that way, potentially, you might be able to sell it down the road. Nothing has changed except the fact that you might be able to sell it and make some money back. It's awesome. But that's all the time I got, guys. I love you. I'll talk to you later. See ya.